I don't know whether we're live or not. I don't think we are. I don't know what they are. What's that? I don't know whether we're live or not. Right, well, I'll just... No. Oops. Right, I'm just going to assume that we are. If not, I'll have to just record it again. So welcome. I hope wherever you come from or are in the world, I hope you are well, happy, healthy, and all of that. So this video is going to be about the spider card, and the deck that I'm using is the beautiful Spirit Animal Guide deck by Krans. So it's not very clear, but yeah, it's a beautiful deck. So now I've been hanging on to this for a couple of days, and I've really been called to record and upload the video today. So in a previous video, you may or may not know that it was the video titled Angel Number 434, which is all about prosperity, stability, being connected to source, also coming into creative energy. So, you know, making things, you could be an artist, and like making things, crafting, baking, whatever, painting, drawing. So, yeah. So in the guidebook, you may or may not know that the spider, well, it's on page 85. So in numerology, 85 rounds down to the number 4. So we have the number 4 again. So what does that mean? Basically, the same as what the spider card means. Now then, that's either a coincidence, although I don't really believe in coincidences, but that's just me. I believe that everything happens with divine timing, and, you know, things happen for a reason. That being said, I don't necessarily believe that our life is written before, although I do believe that there is, you know, guidance, if you like. So, you know, obviously the choices and decisions that we make in everyday life, good or bad, they're all meant for learning. It can divert us off one path onto another and lead us down one road to another and to different outcomes. But primarily speaking, we have got a job to do, a individual job to do, and it all counts towards the collective and the 3D world as a whole. You know, so like we're born with nothing, people say, and a lot of people will say we go out of here or die or go over the rainbow bridge, go to the spiritual realm, whatever, you believe in, or however you say it. But I believe we go out of this world with all the knowledge, or lack thereof, and all the mistakes and experiences that we've had, good or bad. And so that sets you up for, the eternal life, the spiritual realm, as a transition. So, in effect, the more you do, even the more mistakes you make, are better than not making mistakes, or being fearful of making mistakes, because mistakes are really a learning curve or a lesson learned through experience. So, whether we learn the hard way or whether you learn fast depends on the individual. Anyway, I digress. So page 85, so numerology, how do we work it out? So if you've got 2-digit numbers, you add those two together. So that's 13, and then you round it down. So 13, add those together, is 4. So all 4 corners equals stability, prosperity, being grounded, dharma, so not your spiritual debt, not your personal debt, as in karmic debt, sort of what we have to pay for in, all aspects of life. It's dharma is what's meant to be for you, your birthright, what you are truly entitled to. So, and I don't mean that in an arrogant way. So it also signifies creator energy. Should be holding this up. So I'm not very fond of spiders myself. They're not my favourite creatures. Or they are actually arachnids. So they have 8 legs. Not all of them have 8 eyes, but a lot of them have 8 eyes. But they all have 8 legs, whereas insects only have 4. So, even if it looks like a spider, if it's not got 8 legs, it's not a spider. So, prosperity is gained through life's work and lessons. Also, physical work, as in career or job. It's also earth energy, as in the elemental energy, which also, basically says grounding, connected to earth and Gaia, Mother Nature. And so what I have tried to do is look at the spider in a positive light, because it is a very positive card and energy. 8 also signifies prosperity, the spiritual realm, infinitum. So, we all know that the infinity symbol is like an 8 on its side, which is never ending. It's always ebbing and flowing and creating balance. So the spider is very creative, is very hardworking, and the spider also looks at finer details. As delicate as its web may be, it is also one of the strongest, I believe, or possibly the strongest, material known to man. Now, if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, the spider's silk that it uses to spin its web, to catch its prey, and to also be a fortress, a home, a safety precaution. But it also catches its dinner. But every day, a spider will make a brand new web. Think about the work that goes into that. But if it didn't do that, it wouldn't get fed, it would have no home and safety, and it would be vulnerable to the elements, predators, and definitely people like me. Now, I have been seeing a lot of spiders, so this is really relevant to me personally. I don't like to admit, but it is the truth, that I am inclined, if a spider shocks me and takes me by surprise, and it's near my feet, and I don't see it coming in, I can't get out of the way, I will give it the shoo. But if I can see it, or if it's small enough, and it's nowhere near me, and I don't feel like it's going to drop on my head, because this has happened to me before, not once, but several times. And I am arachnophobic, but I'm working on it. So as long as the spider is not too close to me and doesn't frighten me, I will let it be. Because it is, after all, full of spirit, which we all are. Whatever form, shape that we have taken on, whether it's a human body, the body of a dog, cat, horse, bird, or spider. So we should respect all life, should we not? Anyway, so I've been working on being spiritually grounded, because I'm a Cancerian, and, you know, possibly talking for other Cancerians who are water signs, we are very emotional. So the ocean is ever changing. We have emotional ups and downs, probably fluctuating a lot more than most astrological signs. In my experience, this has been true. But that being said, like I say, it's something that I'm working on, because you do need to have your spiritual feet on the ground firmly, unshakably, rock steadily, securely, for that foundation. If you haven't got the foundation, you can't build on top or improve. You always have to start with a solid foundation, whether that's knowledge, building a house, or in your spiritual awakening or awareness. So, anyway, going back to the video 434. So, we all know what 4 means. And 3 is spiritual enlightenment, communication. So sometimes I also like to think it's the divine masculine and divine feminine. So we are, doesn't matter what you look like on the outside, male or female, makes no odds. We are only and always 50% your mum, 50% your dad, genetically, and that is scientific, is it not? So that is a fact. So the number 3 to me is when you are in the divinity equally of both, and it forms another point of light, which is the star of spiritual enlightenment, forming the triangle, which is the most simple yet strong geometric shape. So yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything that I've left out. No, I think I've covered everything. I'm sorry this video is quite long. So I'm going to leave it there. Please comment down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear constructive feedback. I don't want to hear or read any criticism. I don't feel that that is helpful to anybody. You know, so tell me what you think. Also give me a thumbs up or give me a thumbs down. Let me know how I could improve the video. Your experiences on these subjects, you know, angel numbers, synchronicities, numerology, spiders, the number 8. Yeah. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. My channel is Made with Love 8888, believe it or not. So yeah, I also like to do crafting and colouring and all sorts of stuff like that. So there's mainly crafting and stuff. My previous channel was more, well, it was tarot cards, and my phone broke and I lost the channel, but things happen for a reason. So here I am, starting from scratch. And like I say, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell and click all so that you're notified every time I do another upload, so that you don't miss one. And share if you think that anybody that you know would appreciate this video or has similar interests. And anyway, that being said, thank you very much. I really appreciate that you've took out the time to watch this. So bye for now, and I'll see you in the next video.